today we're going to go ahead and do a quick adapt this Minnie. Where you're going to need a seam ripper or a little knife to take the seams out of Minnie's hand. We're going to need a little sew kit because we're going to have to sew her little hand back together. We're going to need some wire cutters and strippers, and then of course the 3.5 female adapter switch and tape. We're not going to solder today. We're going to go ahead and just use the tape for this. The first we have to do is test the toy and make sure it works.
Come on in and join the fun.
And it works great. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use the seam ripper or the little knife, and we're going to take the seam out of Minnie's hand. So leave it in the box because this is for a gift for someone for Christmas. So I definitely want to leave it in the box. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put my rip my seam right there. So once I get it out, it looks like this, and this is the little button that helps it to turn on and off. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut these two wires right here using my wire cutters, and I keep these buttons for things that I might use, so I'll go ahead and keep that. Then I need to strip these wires right here. And we're going to use the 22 on this. See that 22? I have two exposed wires. You can turn it off by touching it together. Okay. So the next thing we're going to take is our adapter here. And I like to also take strip some of this as well, give me more room to work. I use the 22, works nicely. Okay, so now I have both of them stripped, just like that, and I also have these two stripped right here, and I'm gonna connect them, and just so you know, it does not matter. It doesn't matter which one you hook them up to, so you can do this, the black to the white one and the red to the other white one, just like that. It doesn't matter. So you're going to go ahead and twist them together. You twist them together, you're going to go ahead and use the tape, and you're going to tape it. Okay, so now I have the wires attached together. And you want to make sure that none of the wires are sticking out and that they are totally covered by the tape. Otherwise, if they touch each other, it'll either short it out or the toy will keep playing and playing and playing and it won't turn off. So right now I'm going to go ahead and take one piece of tape and combine them all together. All of the wires are secure in each of these black pieces of tape right here, and I'm just going to put them together so that they are more secure. You can see I put the tape around both of them, and now they're nice and secure and nice and tight. Now I'm going to take this and put a knot in it. This will help prevent the adapter from being pulled out of the toy if a child pulls on it or if somebody pulls on it after it's sewn together. So now we have it like this. Now we're going to shove it right back into the toy. I'm going to take this and just push it right back into the toy. As you can see, I put the whole thing back into the toy here, nice and tight. Now I'm going to have to sew it. Now, of course, I'm going to use white to sew it all back together with my needle and thread so that it's secure in there. As you can see, the knot is in there, so once I tie it, it should not be able to be pulled out. Here's my needle and thread. I'm going to use the white thread. I'm going to use the needle threader. So I put the needle threader, has this little silver kind of squishy thing on it, and I put it right through here like this. Goes right through the needle, the eye of the needle, and then I'm going to put the thread through this and feed it through. So now I've got this through. I'm going to pull this out, and it threads my needle just like that. I'm going to tie the knot in my thread at the end. that it doesn't pull through when I start sewing. Sometimes I put 2 knots, try to get them right in the same spot. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and sew this together. So now I'm sewing this, making sure that the knot stays inside Minnie's hand. And I'm just gonna go around several times, making sure it stays. And I'm pulling it. And you're gonna go ahead and cut this off, without cutting the knot. And then you're gonna make sure that this is cleaned up. Like this was the knot that we made originally, just like that. And of course we're going to test it to make sure it works before we I'm gonna press the button. There it is.